For a long time now, a lot of people over last year particularly mentioned this guy to me and said, when are you ever going to do a reaction for Sam Fender? And I kept saying I would, and I would, and I would, and I would. And this particular song is so popular amongst his fans, I needed to play it. And I wanted the right live version, which I have below me. I wanted to be fresh to it, which I am. And I thought I'll bring Sam on board my channel when my channel, it's a new channel, has sorted itself out, and I'm ready to go with a lot more new unknown acts, because all of my subscribers are from all around the world, and I translate this video into 16 languages so they can understand Sam's lyrics and the artist I'm playing. So I had to get everything together, and then a couple of days ago somebody said, you promised us, Sam Fenders, a video, and I did on 3 occasions, and I can only say Christmas was coming up and I was feeling all Christmassy, and now it's like the new year and I'm feeling all positive. And what do you do when you feel positive into the new year? You play good live music, because now in Ireland we can start attending concerts again. So a lot of people are going to forget about us creators on YouTube while they go out to every concert they can, and they become like the crowd in this video, which I've represented on the thumbnail. Now, Sam Fender's details are all in the description along with the links. I will just get straight into it. I have the lyrics in front of me, but as always, I have to give you a snippet of what the song is about. Sam said when he was invited on BBC's Future Sounds with Annie Mac, I started writing about growing up in Shields, about me and my mum, and things weren't so great. It talks about the darker times, this song, but how it sort of adversity is what carves you into an adult, and how it affects the persons you are and what you stand for. It's really hard to process what's going on at that age. That's why I'm writing about it now. 17, 18 he was talking about, because at 17 and 18 there was a lot of big moments in my life, and it wasn't the easiest time of my life either. It took us, him and his mum, to the mid-20s to kind of process that stuff and be able to actually, for him personally, write about it in a way that it's enjoyable. So that gives us an indication of what the song is about. My interpretation will come up straight after. A lot of people have replied to this saying they really, really feel the words in this song, and it reflects what they have gone through on a personal level. Now, I always find something in the lyrics I reflect to. So take it away, Sam. It's a live version via the BBC, and let's all enjoy 2022, because this is the first of many of Sam's songs that I will feature on my channel. I assure you, I shall make it up to you, Sam Fender fans. I will. I am taking a deep breath. 17 Going Under, one of his most popular songs from the same named album, I believe. I just cannot wait. Take it away.
I remember sickness was forever. I remember stuff faded. Cold Septembers, the distances we covered, the fist fights on the beach, the busies round us up. Do it all again next week. An embryonic love, the first time that it's scarred. Embarrass yourself for someone, crying like a child. And the boy you kicked on head still bugs me now. That's the thing, it lingers because when you're dead. I was far too scared to hit him, but I would hit him in a heartbeat now. That's the thing with anger, it begs to stick around. So it convince you of your beauty and leave you spend one out to offer. Makes you hurt the one
Wow, sax player.
I spent my teens in rage, spiraling in silence, and I armed myself with a grin, 'cause I was always a fucking joke, buried in the humor, amongst the white noise and boys, locker room talking lads, drenched in cheap drink and snide bags, a mirrored picture of my old man. Oh God, the kids are dark, man. Carry China, but he looks sad. And God, the kid looks so sad. God, the kid looks so sad. She said the dad. So I thought about shifting gear, and as she wept and wept, the Lord came and died round here. I see my mother, the TWPC and number. She cries on the floor and crumbles. I'm 17 going under. I'm 17 going under. Oh, I'm 17 going under. Oh, I'm 17 going under.
Come on. Whoa. Whew. Well, you couldn't get any more live than that, and you couldn't get a delivery much more punchable than that. That really is what this year is going to be about for a lot of young people and parents out there. Just get used to having no money in your back pockets or purses when your young ones go, but the next concert's coming up and they're all going, is going to be the famous phrase in every household this year, because that's what everybody deserves to have after a pandemic. They really do. I just want to say congratulations, Sam Fender. It's the first time I've heard you, and I started to sing along towards the end because it's one of those videos you get hooked into. But your lyrics struck me. I'm only going to say this before I get into the lyrics. At 17, it was a turbulent time for me personally, because you're there fresh. I used to live in Chester. You move over from Chester to live in a countryside in England with no shops, no nothing, isolated from the world, near the border of Ireland, in a beautiful village, but near the border. There's a huge political situation going on in the news at the time, and you're thrown into the cusp of it, where you go to a small country school. And to make it short, I went from 1,800 students in an Ellesmere Port outside Chester, the Catholic High, and then you come over to a Catholic school here with just 300, 400, and about 20 or 30 of them were my cousins. Can you believe? It was insufferable, and it was one of those mental challenges in life at 17. So I remember it really well, because what everybody in my school had studied for from the age of 5 up to their leaving certificate, that is so important to get you into colleges and university, I was moved over at such a delicate age, and I had only 2 years to grasp Irish geography, Irish history, Irish language, to get 3 subjects behind me to go forth in life to college. And it didn't happen, but I fell into retailing and worked my life around it. And fast forward to this, and I'm doing exactly what I want. I have an author channel, and because I'm an author, I'm promoting my books for this summer, a trilogy, and I'm also a music reactor as well. So I'm doing what I want to do. But it was a turbulent time, I have to say. What was it like for Sam? It seemed pretty heavy as well. But we'll get into the lyrics now, and we'll keep it nice and sweet, don't worry. First one, I remember the sickness was forever. I remember snuff videos, cold Septembers, the distances we covered, the fist fights on the beach, the busies round us. The busies, by the way, is a word I haven't heard since England, and it's police. And they round up, do it again next week, and in Bonic Love, the first time it's scarred, embarrass yourself for someone, crying like a child, and the boy who kicked Tom's head in still bugs me now. That's the thing, it lingers and claws you when you're down. I'd seen that, by the way, Sam Fender, in your lyrics. Before I came to Ireland, I was always put down for my voice. I had a politeness about it, even in the area I lived in, and I was extremely, extremely bullied. And I decided, well, we're going to Ireland. And I was as tall as you, Sam, big guy. And I decided, well, you know, I've had enough of this guy in my class. I've only got 4 days and I'm heading to Ireland. And I was only 14 at this stage, turning 15. And I said, I've had, since the age of 8, this guy bullying me. And he said something in class, and I don't know what it was. And we had free study. And there was no supervision. And I just remember all the girls, to this day, Michelle, Karen, hi, because I'm still in touch with them, and just on the opposite side of me, and David, my friend, and I just punched him so hard. He went forward over 2 desks and fell to the ground. I still look back and think, I'm not proud of that moment. So it was a difficult period. And as the chorus says, you hurt them like nothing, you hurt them like nothing, you hurt them like nothing. But sometimes you do hurt them like something. Sometimes you do. Verse 3, I spent my teens enraged, me too. And I armed myself with a grin. Always behind the grin and the jokes is the joker, look, because I've always the fucking joker. Sorry for the word, YouTube, I'll make sure that's deleted. Buried in the humour amongst the white noise and toys and boys. Locker room talking lads. Drenched in deep drinks, snide fags. A mirror picture of an old man. Because you age when you drink, when you burn yourself out, so psychologically, mentally, you're just that old man looking at you. You think, every time you think, why am I doing this? But you do it, don't you? You do it to look back and say, I've had a youth. Today, I think it's a lot more, I'm a lot more envious because people love outside festivals a lot more. There's a lot more discipline when they go to festivals. There's not this enragement of fighting people at festivals. There just isn't. People get drunk and the security men tackle them, but they're much more well policed. People go with a festival head on them, which means in English to all the foreign subscribers on my channel, it just means you go with a sense of maturity about you. People always get the wrong idea of festivals, but I've never witnessed upsets or violence at festivals. And today, even more so, they all go in a group of friends for a great time. There is a change of mentality when it comes to festivals. In my day, there was always, oh, you know, I'll get drunk, but then always the chance per se something could happen. And with that mentality, it was different. But today, no. I really have to say to the generation before me, the generation over the last 2 generations, even the young ones now coming up to festival time, nobody wants that. They just want to enjoy themselves. And after a pandemic, they just say, oh God, the kids, the dab hand, Candy Chanter, Chanter is talk, by the way. Candy Chanter, he looks sad. God, the kid looks sad. I did for a very long time, Sam. Bridge, she said the debt, the debt, the debt. So I thought about shifting gear and how she wept and wept and wept. Well, luck came and dying around here. I see my mother, the DUP, see a number. She cries on the floor incumbent. Okay, so we go back to the song. We go back to Sam talking about his mother's social welfare. I believe his mother was, you know, a really good person, but DUP Department of something something CN number. So I think the lyrics is talking about social welfare, something here. She cries on the floor. So maybe she lost her job, debts are mounting. He's 17. That's the hormonal stage. Do I want to sleep with men? Do I want to sleep with women, or both? You're going through that stage of experimental stage, and you just it's it's just a lot going on where nothing but a black cloud. So he's drinking and on the beach and getting wasted and trying not to think about his problems at home with his mother. So he came through a lot. He came through a lot. And then he said, I'm 17 going under. He feels like at 17 his world has died because at home there's nothing but sadness. But that's the reality of life, Sam, and it's a full circle. We all get through it. In your mid-20s you did, and I'm glad, and you went on to pick up the guitar and learn to do songs like this. But that's what I get out of it. I've shared a bit of me with you to relate to the lyrics, and I hope you like and comment and tell me why this song is important to you and what you get out of it. And maybe one of the fans can tell me what because those letters, DWP department, it must be department something something. You can tell me anyway. It's the fans. Thanks for listening. I've enjoyed you, Sam. Hey, you're back on my channel soon, I promise, to all the fans. And until then, it's a big grin from me because I finally did it. Yeah, I got Sam on my channel.